The Rosebud, lyric by Robert Burns, written to a tune called The Rosebud by David Sillar. Josiah Walker writes of visiting Burns in fall of 1787. About the end of October, I called for him at the house of a friend whose daughter, though not more than 12, was a considerable proficient in music. I found him seated by the harpsichord of this young lady, listening with the keenest interest to his own verses, which she sung and accompanied, and adjusting them to the music by repeated trials of the effect. In this occupation he was so totally absorbed that it was difficult to draw his attention from it for a moment, and it is to the enthusiasm which the nature of his undertaking inspired that the excellence of its execution must be ascribed. The friend was the Cruikshanks. The Cruikshanks hosted Burns in Edinburgh during that fall and winter, 1787, and their daughter Janet, the Rosebud, was helping Burns with his songwriting. So here's the song. The second line is Adown, a corn enclosed bawk. Corn is grain. It's oats, barley. Maybe not barley. It's oats, rye, and wheat. A corn enclosed bawk. A bawk was a unploughed area, uncultivated area between farmers' fields. A rosebud by my early walk, adown a corn enclosed bawk, say gently bent its thorny stalk, all on a dewy morning, ere twice the shades of dawn are fled in all its crimson glory spread, and drooping rich the dewy head, it scents the early morning. Within the bush her covert nest, a little linnet fondly pressed, the chilly dew sat on her breast, say early in the morning, she soon shall see her tender brood, the pride, the pleasure of the wood, among the fresh green leaves bedewed, a walk the early morning. So thou, dear bird, young Jeanie fair, on trembling string or vocal air, shalt sweetly pay the tender care that tents thy early morning. So thou, sweet rosebud young and gay, shalt beauteous blaze upon the day, and bless the parents' evening ray that watched thy early morning. The text I sang is from the song written as a gift, given as a gift by Burns, and he headed it, composed by Mr. Burns on Miss Cruikshank, Edinburgh. The music by Mr. Sillar, a gentleman in Irvine, Ayrshire. To Mrs. Cruikshank, his kind hostess, with his best compliments. Robert Burns, January 10th, 1788. If you're familiar with Burns's poems, he wrote a couple of wonderful early poems, epistles to Davie, and those were written to David Sillar, an early running buddy of his. Also a poet and a fiddler and so on. Lifelong friend of Burns. This text differs only slightly from the one he sent to the museum to be published. In one line, well, a couple of O's are ofs, but the line is, the museum has, the dew sat chilly on her breast, and this has, the chilly dew sat on her breast, which to me has more immediacy. I'm a big fan of Burns's early drafts, his initial impulses. That's it. Please subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much.